Morning, it's Patsy. So I'm doing another one of my series of revisiting decks, and the one I've chosen to do today is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Palin. I've had this about 2 years now, I think it is. It's probably a bit longer, but around 2 years. And it's by Red Feather, and it's the box is one of these. It's quite a big box. It's got a thing here, but it's not always easy to undo. It comes in 2 parts, so it does split the cards up, which I don't particularly like, but you've got the bit of ribbon on there to help open it. And it says, profound wisdom is made accessible with this contemporary 78 card deck, an expansive guidebook which demystifies the traditional tarot without losing its essential magic or structure. This down-to-earth yet captivating tarot reveals the extraordinary in the ordinary, reminding you that there's nothing humdrum about everyday life. The distinctive cards depict recognisable characters of all ages and abilities, providing insights and inspiration from people just like you. The comprehensive book allows each familiar character to communicate directly, combining their story with keywords and clear descriptions that invite your intuitive interpretation. This warmly inclusive tarot celebrates all life, embracing nature and non-human beings that share our world, our unseen companions and our creature kin. Here, wild spirits and animals, car mechanics and busy parents are all equally vital, and each has something meaningful to share. These engaging individuals support and encourage you on your journey, making every day more enchanted. So that's what it says on the back. And the box is a good, it is a good card, good solid box. So then the book is excellent. There we have the book. There we go. This is an excellent book. It's very thick. I don't know if you can see there. Very thick. At the start you do get like a contents, so you get an introduction, some thoughts on using the deck, and then the major arcana cards at a glance, and then the minor arcana, and then acknowledgements. That's what you get. And what she's actually done on each of these, I don't know if you can see that, on each of the cards she's put the Fool, jumping for joy, the Magician being the change, the High Priestess, dream on, the Empress, lots of love, Emperor, firm but fair, the Hierophant, keeping the faith, the Lovers, soul music, the Chariot, willpower, strength, brave heart, the Hermit, hide and seek, the Wheel of Fortune, on a roll, justice, weigh it up, the Hanged Man, loitering with intent, death, many happy returns, temperance, subtle blend, the Devil, don't tempt me, the Tower, shaken and stirred, the Star, best wishes, the Moon, waxing lyrical, the Sun, rise and shine, Judgment, the Renaissance, and the World come together. So then in the suit of wands or staffs, it's playing with fire, suits of coins or pentacles, discs, down to earth, suit of cups, heart and soul, suit of blades or swords, quicksilver. So that is like little keywords that she gives you before you even get into the actual cards. There you go. It has an excellent amount of, you get 2 full pages on the majors here. You get keywords at the top here, correspondences to Uranus, Ether and Neuter. Then you get the image, and it tells you all about the image there. You get the story of the card, and then the meaning at the end. And you get that with all of the majors. I'll go to the is the minors, and you get much the same. There we go. Look, you get that amount with the minors. Again, you get the keywords, you get the image, the story, and the meaning. So that's what you get in this book. Like I said, it's a really good comprehensive book, that is. And so even if you was just starting out with tarot, there's so much information in the book. So let's have a look at the cards. I've actually trimmed mine. I haven't edged them, but I have trimmed them. Try and go, see if I can get closer in. Oh, it's gone too close. 1 second, I'll line them up. Yeah, I have actually trimmed mine because they are quite a big card, even trimmed, but more manageable. When they had the big borders on, they wasn't very easy to work with. So here we go with the fool. And this fool is on a building site. He's got his holder on his back. He's obviously a builder or a labourer, but he's ready to step off that, and the tin of paint is made like a river, so he's ready to step inside them and take himself off, you know, and take that risk of doing something different. Then we have the magician. The magician is all about making things happen that you want in your life, and this is what he's doing. He's digging and sowing seeds for his future. The little child in the background watching, so that is the magician. We then have the high priestess, and looks very mysterious. She's holding a mirror there. Then we have the empress, which is a very motherly figure with her arms held out to her child, and the child in the background and the husband sitting there. So it's like a family get together with the mother being all loving and all embracing. Then we have the emperor, and you know, he's holding his hand out to shake your hand, you know. And I love that face. I think he's got such a lovely face. Then we have the Hierophant, and he's depicted in there as a wise teacher, and he has all the religious symbols at the back with the students at their desks. Then we have the Lovers, which shows I love this card, an elderly couple here with a younger image in the couple there. And then the Chariot, that fast moving, but this time instead of the horses is on a skateboard. Strength, I absolutely love the Strength card, all about inner strength. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. The Hermit, I actually love the Hermit too. He's, you know, just studying in his own room. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The tire's got away from him. There's all the coins around it, you know. And then we have Justice. The two arguing there, and she's trying to be the one in the middle, being a bit of a mediator. Then we have the Hanged Man. Again, he's just hanging there with everybody getting stressed behind him, but no care in the world, just quite happy to literally hang there. I absolutely adore this Death card. There's the ghost in the background here, and the grandmother figure speaking to the child. The Temperance. There's the Temperance card there. The Devil. And the Tower is there. And the Star card there. The arms reaching out to help. And the Moon. Moon card there, set in the city. And the Sun, which is obviously the picture on the front of the box. And the Judgment. She's walking away from all the partying. And then the World working together, and I love that one too. So that is all the majors, and I'll show you the back. There's the backs, so they are reversible if you read reversals. So let's go on to the minor arcana. So here we go. The minor are all colour coordinated, so you'll see the blades or the swords are this purpley colour. So we have the Ace of Blades here, where the, you know, things are coming into, you know, the things, everything's coming out, sort of, in the truth coming out, you know. It's sort of like they're seeing deeper now. They can see, work out, things are becoming more, I can't think of the word this morning, sort of, you know, the Ace of Swords, it makes everything a lot clearer, you know. You start getting the answers, clearer answers. Then we have the Two of Blades, so she doesn't want to see, you know, there's a final notice here, but she's closing her eyes and she's like, no, don't want to see that. Then we have the Three, and you know, she's hurt. She's picture on the back here with a partner. She's holding the pin cushion with the 3 pins into the heart shape, and she's obviously upset, so that talks about the unhappiness. Then we have the Four of Blades, taking a rest, but this one is gone off on a camping trip to rest. And the Five of Blades, that energy of the 5 is showing you the cooks and the workers behind not looking very happy. The Six of Blades, again, is such a nice one. I'll probably turn that up too much. So again, the Six of Blades. And then the Seven of Blades, you know, the thief card, as many people see it, you know, he's walking away with the goods, and there's a smashed window there, and somebody looking out of this one. The Eight of Blades, that feeling of being trapped, and this time it's depicted by a mother looking out the window, feeling that, you know, she's trapped in this situation. The dog's howling and the baby's crying. And then we have the 9, which is, you know, the nightmares and can't sleep. It shows your clock there. It's 10 to 2, and there's pills on the side, and you know, she's in this situation. So that's the 9. And the 10 is there, where everybody's got their claws out for the cat even, and you know. And then we have the Page of Swords. Newly discovering the Knight of Blades. You wouldn't want him cutting your hair, would you? He's just going gung-ho into that, not really giving it much thought, is he? And she's looking a bit worried, but I think so would I if somebody was cutting my hair like that. The Queen of Blades is a scientist in this, and the King is a barrister, a judge, barrister, that kind of feeling, you know, communication, very clever. So that is the Blades, which is obviously the sword suit. We then go on to the Pentacles, which is in green, and we have the Ace. He's starting to build a structure. Is, you know, the is a builder again, and is laying down the bricks one by one and building building on that. The Two of Coins, he's busy balancing 2 dishes of food as he's delivering it as a waiter. And then we have the Three of Coins, a canal boat through the canals, people helping, you know, because when you drive, you know, driving along in a canal, when you come to these, you need somebody to help you to open the gates and what have you. So this is about, you know, joining together and helping. The Four of Coins, that's that one. Oh, don't know where I'm stuck together. Yeah, the Four of Coins there. And then we have the Five of Coins. People looking in, you know, they've got nothing, they're looking in. She's just winning all this money in this machine, and you know, they've got everything in here and there's nothing on the outside. Then we have the Six of Coins on this one, where it shows you the homeless and people helping the people on the streets. We have the Seven of Coins, where she's a bit of an entrepreneur, you know, handmade crafts on a market stall. Eight of Coins, hard at work, you know, building his trade. The Nine of Coins, she looks happy enough. She's got a nice plate full of food, lots of money in her purse, reading, having a drink, looking very sophisticated, and has everything that she's really wanting. And then we have the 10 of Coins, where Granddad's obviously playing Santa Claus, and a good family sort of scheme, mum and dad, granddad and the children at Christmas. And then we have the Page of Coins. He's worked out that he can earn some money by walking the neighbours' dogs. The Knight of Coins is busy cleaning his car there. And the Queen of Coins, again, she's selling local produce at the local markets. And then we have the King of Coins, and I think this sums up the King of Coins really well. So that is the coins or pentacles. We then go on to the cups, which is the blue colour. Blue for the, obviously for the water. So we have the Ace of Cups, that watery feeling of swimming. And there goes my dogs. You'll have to excuse them. They've seen somebody walking past the caravan. The Two of Cups. There we go. We have the Three of Cups. The ladies are getting together over a cup of tea. Four of Cups. He's looking right fed up, but is he not just listening because he's got his headphones on? And the Five of Cups, you know, that feeling of loss. She's at the cemetery. It's that feeling of loss, but they're trying to sort of say, you know, here I am. You see in the back there. The Six of Cups. There we go. There's a mum with her children and friends, and she's thinking back. You see on her face the wistful thinking of her own childhood. Then we have the Seven of Cups. A tattoo artist, you know, putting a mark on somebody's skin. And then the Eight of Cups, they're walking away from the washing up, but you know, that's been put into modern, you know, but basically they're just, you know, walking away now. The door's open, the moon's out, the steps are moving towards, and they're just leaving everything behind. And then the Nine of Cups, that feeling of having everything they want. You know, an abundance of everything there. And then the Ten of Cups, again, you know, it's the rainbow, it's the home, it's the children, it's the dog in each other. And then we go on to the Page. I love the Page, she looks so happy. And then the Knight there with Busker chatting up the ladies. And then we have the Queen, kind lady, out giving again to the people on the streets, the homeless. And then we have the King, who's depicted as, you know, that fun father that loves to do things with the children, covered in paint and that, and the children and the dog love him. So that's the cups. So that's the cup suit. And then we go on to the wands. So this is like a brownie colour. So there we have the Ace, the creative. There's blank canvas. We have the Two of Wands there, and the Three moving forward and looking to the future there. We have the Four, which is the celebration. You can see them all celebrating at a family party or a get together. And we have the Five, where everybody's jostling with each other, even the dogs. The Six of Wands, she has the wreath on her head for and she's winning, you know, she's at the finish line and she's coming first. And then we have the Seven of Wands, standing up for something they believe in. And then we have the Eight of Wands here, mail coming in, houses sold, things are moving on, you know, and new opportunities coming. Nine of Wands, he looks a bit battered and bruised, doesn't he, walking through. And then we have the Ten of Wands, where everything is just getting too much. Everything is just so stressful. She's just pulling her hair out with the stress of it all. Then the Page is off on an adventure, as is the Knight with his motorbike, holding his banner high and just raring to go. And then the Queen of Wands is loving the limelight, and the King of Wands is winning through. You know, is winning through. So there we go. So that is the complete deck. As people probably know who are regular on my channel, I don't particularly use this for tarot reading, though I have. I use this more than anything for spirit readings, because this deck was sitting there on my shelf and I loved it. It's a beautiful deck, but I was finding I wasn't using it. So it was sort of come to me one night and said, why don't you start doing spirit readings for those? And I tried it out, and ever since then that's what I've been doing, using them for spirit readings. And specifically now I only use these for spirit readings. I use them for nothing else, but they make a beautiful tarot if you like that modern look. And the book is excellent, and I would highly recommend, if you like the artwork, then it's a great intuitive deck to work with. And I'm so pleased I bought it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.